Hey guys, welcome back. This is CCP Rise again. Kick that Dolan out of here. I'm with CCP Fozzie. Thanks for watching the Alliance Tournament. We are about to see Devil's Children on the red side fighting Late Night Alliance on the blue side.
Yeah, Late Night Alliance, our first competitor from Factional Warfare in this alliance tournament. They've brought Vindicator Balgorn team, very expensive setup. So it's double Vindicator, Balgorn Prophecy, a Neros, 3 Tristans, 3 Kestrels, and an Incursus. That's going to be a lot of damage if they can get it on top of their opponents.
Yeah, and the other side bringing battleships as well, a couple Vargers and a Widow, along with a whole bunch of support, including logistics, ganglinks, and a whole bunch of frigates as usual. We looked at the Vargers before the match, and those are artillery Vargers, according to Fozzie. And that means they, will be able to project damage, but it means they're vulnerable to tracking disruption. It means their overall DPS is going to be a little lower as well.
Yep.
And so if the Vindicators can get close in, they should have a pretty good advantage.
But you see the huge defense bar for Late Night Alliance. These ASBs on the Vargers combined with the reps from the Scimitar are going to mean they have a huge amount of reps. So we'll see how well Late Night can break through it. The Balgorn's going to help with that for sure. The teams are now off. Late Night is moving their guys in, including sending a Kestrel way around the back side of this match. He's going to try to swing around behind, but meanwhile their main force is not moving very fast yet. Still just kind of sitting there.
Yeah, and like most of the frigs, that Kestrel probably fielding, some damps or some other form of VOR that he's going to be running around to try to get on the enemy logistics or some other important ship.
At the moment, the only tracking disruption effects are actually coming from Devil's Children, not applied to him. Oh, there we go. There's a TD on the Vargar. That's going to hurt. Tristan taking a bunch of damage for Late Night, but he is getting reps, and if the Vargars get both tracking disrupted, it's going to really, really hurt. I'm seeing tracking disruption that's not going to be as helpful on the Saber and the Merlin. They need to put those onto the Vargars. But once they do, if they do, they're going to be in great shape.
Yeah, I wonder how far away. I mean, it makes sense that tracking disruption from the frigs could end up on other frigs if they have a fight going on that's pretty far away from the battleships. If the support's trying to
no one's that far
take
away,
each other out, but you're right, they're all pretty much on top of each other, and so it's kind of interesting that they're choosing to focus on that support first.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how it works out for them. At the moment, they're reducing the damage enough to actually keep their guys alive. That Tristan of Mazer survived just fine under the reps. He lost some structure, but repped all the way back up. And now it looks like Devil's Children is trying to shoot the Vindicator of Grim Reaper. Yeah. And now, there you go. We're seeing some better tracking disruption application for Devil's Children. For anyone that's not familiar with the way we show effects in the Alliance Tournament here, in the middle of the bottom of your screen there, the battle feed, you'll see all of the different effects that are being applied to the different ships by the other team. The icons you see there beside the Vargars, beside one of them now, but it was just beside both of them, represents tracking disruption. You'll also see reps, you'll see EWAR, newts, NOS, scrams, webs. All of these things really make a big difference in the match.
In the meantime, that Widow getting chunked, and he just died. So that is a huge piece of that Devil's Children team off the field now, leaving just the 2 Vargars in terms of battleships for them.
Yeah, Late Night's Vindicator of Grim Reaper 1988 is still holding up pretty well. I wonder if he is not getting reps at all right now. There you go, they came back. The Aneros got damped and it looked like he lost lock for a moment there, but he's back on, and it looks like he's going to probably survive long enough to take down the Scimitar, which is webbed and dropping very fast.
Yeah, that's not good news, getting that Scimitar web. You can see both the Vindy sitting right on top of that Scimitar. Too close, actually, probably to have perfect tracking for now, but with him webbed, they should have no problem taking him out pretty quick.
There you go. Down he goes. So now there's no more logistics reps for Devil's Children. They're probably still going to have ASBs on the Vargars, but that's not going to be enough, I think, because they're going to be able to bring down these Vultures and all the small stuff really, really fast. You're going to see the Kestrels and Tristan do a great job of that. That
first Vindicator is hurting quite a bit. I mean, if the Vargars... Well, those look like autocannons to me now. But he may go down. He is they're still putting damp pressure on the Oneros, but it looks like for now he is catching reps still, as well as reps from those drones you see on the screen there. So his tank's still doing all right. And the first Vargar for Devil's Children going down quick now that the Vindicators are focused on him.
Yeah, he's going to be
low armor already. He's boosting back some. You can see from probably an ASB, which will run out of charges. And even if it doesn't, they're getting through damage-wise anyway. So
yeah, he's going to drop before the Vindicator, and that's going to take a lot of the damage off of the Vindy, who's getting reps. Yeah, but Late Night is in really great shape here. This is actually a match that had some of the most betting going on it, which I found kind of interesting. A lot of people throwing money on both sides on different websites for this match, and it looks like the people that bet on Late Night are going to be in really good shape.
Yeah, from here, they're pretty much headed into cleanup mode. There's one Vargar left, but of course he's caught and webbed as well. Really, everything in this match ended up pretty much all sitting on top of each other, which is kind of rare. I mean, more common, I guess, with the battleships, but we tend to see the support fights spread out quite a lot. And This one, there really wasn't any range restriction in the main part of the fight, so the Vindicators were able to just switch from target to target, webbing and killing whatever they wanted.
Yeah, at this point, the late night Frigs are pulled away just so they can do their E-War in peace. But yeah, almost all the fighting with the Frigs was in really close.
Yeah, and there was no peeling. Like, they were never able to, you know, keep the Vindicators away from the Vargar, away from the Scimitar, or anything like that. So with that, you know, the second Vargar about to drop, there he goes, leaving really just a support fleet left for Devil's Children.
Yeah. For anyone that's just tuning into this match and may not be familiar with EVE Online and what this is a yearly esports tournament that we CCP Games run for our game EVE Online. There's a lot to EVE. It's more than just this tournament. If you're interested in trying it out, there's a 30-day trial link right below the stream window in Twitch. You can take a look at that, get a free 30-day trial, and explore to your heart's content in our giant, giant universe.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, what you're looking at really in the tournament is like, you know, little elite groups sent from the biggest alliances in the game, which usually would be having fights with anywhere from, you know, 2 to 2,000 people in one place, and we make them bring it down to 12 and have these, you know, couple weekends of fights to sort of prove who's the coolest. And it's really awesome. It's been going for about 10, 12 years now.
Well, like we've had the game's only been around for 10 years. It's
probably been going for 12 years. Let's just be honest.
This is our 11th Alliance tournament, but I think it's like 6 years now, 6 or 7.
Okay. Well,
yeah,
could be 12, could be 7. Anyway,
yeah.
ships dying still, although slower now. The support for Devil's Children and the rest of those frigates and whatever's left, kind of avoiding these Vindicators, unsurprisingly, or at least not taking tons of damage from them. You can see them there. They have the Vulture tackled on the Devil's Children side. The Vulture, of course, extremely tanky. It belongs to a group of ships like the Damnation and the EOS you've seen in some of the other matches, where it provides increased performance for ships in its fleet and tends to be extremely difficult to kill, but doesn't have a lot of offense capacity on its own. So it often is not an early target in fights, but once it does get called, often takes a long time to kill. But they are getting through it. He goes down now, and that leaves just some interdictors and some Tech 1 frigates for Devil's Children.
Yeah, you can see all the bars for Devil's Children very, very, very low. They don't have a lot of HP left. They don't have a lot of damage left. These Sabres can shred frigs if they get in close and they don't have reps on them, but it looks like the reps are holding pretty well. The Tristan of Zostralis there, sitting in extremely low structure, but it's full armor because he got the reps on in time. But his ship is on fire and just barely held together.
Why Tristan's?
Tristan's just generally kind of well-balanced ships. They've got 3 mid-slots, so you can put some EW on them, and you can use the drones for all kinds of stuff. You can either put EW drones or rep drones or damage drones on them.
And just one ship left now. He doesn't look to be tackled, but he did take a hit a second ago, that last Saber, so I'm sure he'll be dropping soon. One interesting rules change this year we haven't mentioned yet is one of the points changes that's pretty significant. We often see, or used to see, a lot of Griffins and Molluses as in these support slots, the Tech 1 frig slots to field EOR, but their points have been jacked up from 2 to 4.
Yes,
and
they're significantly more expensive. We are still seeing them, but just not all the time. Yeah.
Anyway, that'll do it. Late Night Alliance taking that one pretty handily. Nice job there, and we'll let you guys go, and then we'll be back for Clockwork Pineapple versus Rainbow Dash Friends in just a few minutes.